Once, in a quiet, dusty corner of an old garden, there lived a tiny seed. It was small, dry, and looked like nothing special. To any passerby, it was just a speck of brown, but inside that tiny shell, there was a dream. The seed wanted to become a giant, beautiful tree with deep roots and leaves that touched the sky. One afternoon, a gardener came by. He picked up the seed and carried it to a patch of dark, cold earth. Without a word, he pushed the seed deep into the dirt and covered it up. Suddenly, everything went black. The seed was terrified. Just moments ago, it could see the sun. It could feel the breeze. Now it was trapped. It was lonely. It was surrounded by heavy, suffocating soil. The seed thought, "Is this it? Is this how my story ends? Buried in the dark where no one can see me?" Days passed, then weeks. The ground above was hard. Sometimes heavy rain would fall, making the dirt thick and muddy. The weight on top of the seed felt like it was crushing its very soul. It was cold, damp, and silent. The seed began to cry out in its heart, "Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted to grow. Why am I being punished with this darkness?" But here's the thing about the dark. In the silence, the seed began to change. Because it had nothing else to do, it started to push. It wasn't pushing to get out, not yet. It was pushing its roots down. It realized that if it wanted to survive the weight of the world above, it had to find a firm grip below. It hurt. Breaking out of its own shell was painful. It felt like its whole world was cracking apart. But the seed didn't realize that the shell had to break for the life inside to come out. Then came the hardest part. The seed felt a tiny spark of life reaching upward. It started to climb through the dirt. But the soil was packed tight. There were rocks in the way. There were thick roots of weeds trying to choke it. Every inch it moved felt like a battle. Its tiny green stem was soft, and the earth was so hard. There was a moment, a single quiet moment, where the seed almost gave up. It was exhausted. It was hungry for light it couldn't see. It thought, "I'll just stay here. It's too hard. I'm not strong enough." But then it felt a tiny bit of warmth, just a vibration from the surface. It was the sun calling out from miles away. With one last desperate surge of energy, the seed pushed against a heavy pebble. It strained, it stretched, and it refused to stay buried. It used all the strength that it gained from its struggle in the dark. And then, crack! The surface of the earth broke. The seed, now a tiny bright green sprout, poked its head into the open air. The sun hit its leaves for the first time. The air was fresh. The world was huge and beautiful. It looked down and realized that the very dirt that had tried to bury it was now the foundation that held it up. The rocks it had to grow around had made its stem strong and flexible. It wasn't a victim of the darkness anymore. It was a survivor. Years later, that seed became the giant tree it had always dreamed of being. It provided shade to the weary and a home to the birds, and it never forgot the time it spent in the dark. Maybe right now you feel like that seed. Maybe you've lost your job, or someone broke your heart, or you're just tired of fighting a battle that no one else sees. You feel buried. You feel like the weight of the world is too much to carry. But I want you to remember this. A seed cannot become a tree without the darkness. Your struggle isn't your ending. It is your preparation. The pressure you are feeling right now is developing the strength you will need for your future. The dirt being thrown on you today is the fuel that will help you grow tomorrow. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the cracks. That's just the old version of you breaking away so the real you can finally breathe. You are not being buried. You are being planted. So keep pushing. Keep reaching for the light. Your season of blooming is coming, and when it does, everyone will see the strength you built while you were in the dark. Believe in your growth. Believe in yourself.